Alrighty, welcome everybody. Let's hopefully this works. It's gonna be our first try here with YouTube, and I'll let's see. It said you can post like a Twitter link and stuff, and oh my god, the image they use for the Streamlabs link. Oh my gosh, it's just like a big version of my Twitter. It's just huge. Yeah, for anybody new, welcome. We're going to be working on Crashes of Aetheria today. You guys can check out the description down below for the wish listing. And also added today is you can request a playtest on Steam for Windows and Mac. So if you're interested in trying the game before early access to help give very, very early feedback, I guess, you guys are welcome to request that, and we'll be starting to accept people in to ramp up our servers and stuff. So check that out in the description down below. Yeah, I actually, I was prepping so much for the stream, I didn't even see what I wanted to work on today. So just bear with me for a minute. We're gonna load up we're gonna load up some stuff that I can do. Let's see here. I should also post in Discord. There we go. Okay, so today we're just gonna be working on. I guess I can just kind of post this here. This is we've updated from Trello to use Codex here. So the current things in my hand were there, and we were looking at for our next update. So the biggest thing is emotes, the bear totem, a lot of in-game stuff to work on. Some server crashes and stuff. We should probably knock those out really quick. Hey, what's going on? How's it going? I'm kind of wondering on the latency too. I put on low latency, and I'm kind of curious to actually the delay there, because there's an ultra low latency, and I'm kind of curious to know if what the delay time is there. So if I respond to you right away. So if it was you watch my series, awesome. So yeah, so the hope was that people that watch the series would come and hang out while I work on Crashers. I use the same technology as below, so yeah, definitely welcome. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try my best to answer it live for you. If it's an issue, then we might have to take it to Discord later, but I'll definitely try my best. So definitely welcome. Yeah, and if you guys, like I was mentioning before, down in the description down below, we have our Steam page for wish listing. Please go check it out. Go give it a wish list. Request access to play if you guys are interested on Steam. I'm gonna mute my audio so you guys don't have to hear it, even though it is super good. It is awesome. That's all right. So I'll give a little sample, and then I'll work on some server crash stuff, and we'll just kind of work around finishing stuff for the next update. And feel free to ask questions inside the chat. So currently, right now, we're running Met. What's going on? How's it going? Welcome to the stream, man. So right now, for Crashers, we actually are testing some in-game systems with the holiday event. The cool thing is, when they go live in early access anyways, these aren't going to be hidden skins you can't get, so you'll just have to wait another year. But it'll allow for us to hit the ground running with all these events and just different things for game mechanics. So yeah, so right now we've the way the system works is the server backend is it kind of has a date attached to it for a date and start, and then it also I can just kind of show it. So we have this server. I have this server information. It just kind of has the version number. So I found with deployment, if I didn't have like an application version number, then people could be out of sync, and you could have different clients that had updated versions that have stuff that's needed. So by that, I just kind of put like the version 24 there. For the events, I can set whether it's running and dates. So if I'm super lazy and I don't come back on the 31st, this thing will kind of like auto shut off by itself, which is kind of cool. It also allows some initial rewards, so you get some icons, you get some cards. Currently in the game, all the cards, don't mind the mouse icon, I was just working on that. Currently you get all the cards, but the idea is that eventually they'll kind of be locked for you guys to unlock, that sort of stuff inside the game. And so I'm just kind of doing this system now, so you're kind of unlocking them in the back end, which is kind of cool. And then as you level up, it has different skins that you unlock, and all this stuff is referencing stuff in the database. So if you guys get to the part of the series for the online networking for database stuff, all I'm doing is just expanding on that. But yeah, if you have any questions, how my stuff relates to the series or anything, feel free to ask below. Your tutorial videos are very nice. Yeah, well, thank you for checking them out. Like, when I first started the series, it was just something that was like not really fully available. I've used a lot of technologies like in production, like UNet, just standard sockets, that sort of stuff. So when UNet got deprecated and stuff, and I started looking for another technology, I saw a lot of benefits in Node.js and its ability to host for cheap, get things up and running super quickly. The only downside is you kind of have to write things twice, but you know, I haven't really noticed too much of that besides when I go to make my offline mode. But yeah, no, it's been super awesome for just getting things up and running and getting players and simulating 8,000 connections or something weird. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you give them a thumbs up and stuff. They really help. They keep me going, making videos and stuff. I've been slacking a little bit the last month or so. I've been crashing hard on crashes here, trying to get that up and running. But yeah, I guess I'll just, like, for anybody who's never seen it before, I'll kind of play a game against myself, I guess. Just let me turn this off. So I have like this override, so I can have these like sample decks for testing cards and stuff, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Let's see here. I'm actually going to turn off this icon that I was working on as well, because it's not done yet, and it's a little annoying. Alright, so sure, we'll go with this deck. So I'm going to just fire up on my other screen here. Let it load up. So right now I'm just using, I have a mini guide video that I try to point people to if you're early on in the tutorial series. Works on Windows. I imagine you can get it set up on Mac and stuff. I haven't really tried too much. But they do have some sort of symbol linking as well. So maybe I should look into that more and make a Mac one as well. But yeah, I just have like 2 Unity editors, and then that way I can just kind of test the multiplayer functionality really quick. But when you change a lot of prefabs, like myself, it takes a second. Alrighty, it's going to load up. I'm just waiting for the side screen to load up here really quick. Drink. So I'm trying out the NVIDIA broadcasts to like cut out my background here. Could you please record this video? I can't watch because I'm out. Yeah, so this live video will get recorded to YouTube after we're done, and you guys will just be able to watch it as a replay. So if you do have to like come and go or whatever, you'll be able to come check out this this content after as well. But yeah, if you do have to leave, thanks for coming out really quick and coming out to say hi. Alright, yeah, see, I just had like my auto editor, but I can't really show two, so I'm just gonna kind of, let's see here. Okay, so that's muted audio. So one of the big things I don't really like is a lot of people don't really understand the screen searching for a match, even though it like really says it. So here we go. Okay, so I just queued up against myself. I'm running a local server right now. So if I go to here, you're gonna see a bunch of output for like connecting a database and stuff. And it's going to leave the lobby, enter like the game lobby created, everything follow based on the tutorial. And then I have internally in the lobby, I kind of have these lobby states, which I believe I go a bit in the tutorial as well, but it's a little bit more in depth inside of Crashers. Okay, so if you've never played Crashers before, it takes a lot of stuff. Blue Lightning, why are you using Node.js or built-in Unity networking? So, welcome Blue Lightning. So I used to use Unet in production for a lot of stuff at my old job. And Unet was all right. And it worked for a lot of cases, and I built a lot of systems that worked with multiple devices, VR and HoloLens and all that stuff, just all working together, which is super cool. The biggest problem I had with it was when we were doing real-time VR, their standard network transform actually would send the packets in triplets, no matter what. So if you tried to do like just standard raw data like we do at the start of the video, you'd actually get like this weird stuttering, which is like super funny. But when it got deprecated and stuff, I went looking, like I've used Photon stuff in the past and just standard sockets, C++ sockets, like just a lot of stuff just to find that middle ground that like the Unet was pretty easy to get into, like something I can make a lot of my components. And you notice in my own components that I make are very similar to the Unet ones. And I just found like the hosting, the ability to just get something up and running super quickly, getting people connected and all that stuff, just like and then talking to the database is super easy. Like it just kind of outweighed any cons of rewriting the code twice. So I was just like, perfect. I'm just gonna do this sort of stuff. Yeah, so I've been doing that. Oh gosh, it's been a while. It's almost been like 2 years now. Yeah, and when I first started, I didn't even really know JS, so I was just like, I was just going, and then eventually I was like, you know what? There's no tutorials on this sort of stuff, so I'm gonna just start it, and yeah, we're at the series we're at now, and the series is kind of hitting like a point where it's kind of like we have to go into like niche directions. So I feel like I either do that or go. And now with the new socket stuff, it's almost, and our fully deprecated package, it's almost like I should go rewrite that package myself. So just like Hearthstone or any other card game, just coming back to the game itself, you can kind of send any of them back you want. It's kind of weird that I have 3 totems at the start, so I'm just going to kind of click and send some back. I just noticed that they have their own colorings around it, which is really hilarious. They should all be one color. Yeah, that is actually super weird. So I'm just going to do it on the other thing. So what it's going to do is it's going to wait for both of us to select our hand. And that's going to start the game. So my game is turn-based, and it has custom physics that I implemented myself, which I can kind of go over a little bit too if people are interested in that sort of stuff. It's just like very simplistic, like pool ball physics almost, that I implemented on both server side, as well as I did a client version as well for the offline mode, so they're in sync rather than using the Unity stuff. So you get 1 mana per turn up to 10, and then it caps out at 10. You get 30 cards in your deck, and oh yeah, cool. This is fixed. So you get 3. You can have out 3 totems at any time, and you can have out 5 crashers, which are the regular cards. I don't really have a 1 mana card cost. That's the blue, and I can't draw a card, so I have to actually skip my turn, which kind of sucks. And I'll bring over this screen really quickly. So I'm just playing in a different editor. If you guys are, I was just saying before, you guys can check out one of my mini guides to show how to kind of do this. It's just the same project, that's hooked by a symbol link. So similar to Hearthstone, in order to make things even for player 2, we have this Blessing card, which kind of increases your mana cap for the turn, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to throw it out there. You'll see we go to 2 mana. And I'm going to throw out my turtle totem. And pass my turn. And I don't think I'll probably show player 2 anymore. It'll be kind of weird to kind of go back and forth. Okay, cool. So I have 2 mana. And the Brawler is a pretty good unit. So it has Cheap Shot. So the way the attack damage works is the attacker hits first, followed by the defender. If the unit kills the defender, they only return half of their damage. So example is if the Brawler here hit the hand cannon, because it can kill it with 2 attack, 2 health. This guy, instead of being 1.5, it'll actually return 2 damage back. So it would, in theory, if he didn't have Cheap Shot, it would kill this unit. If you hit a unit and you don't kill it, so maybe this Brawler hits the 3/3 unit, this guy will deal all 3 damage back. So it's like a unique twist. And the idea behind that is that I wanted you to be able to make cool like double bank shots and stuff. It's really cool. Like yesterday I hit like this bank shot from across the map and I hit 3 and killed 3 units, and I got out of my chair like screaming. It was awesome. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to kind of play on the other side here. So this is a mystery unit. This is a new unit to the game. It has this disguise ability, so I can't see what it is, and the way it works is it can sit there until I hit it, in which case it's kind of like a free damage trade, because nobody takes damage from it, it just does a reveal, or until they shoot it, which is kind of cool. So a lot of times I actually just use it to protect the base, which is funny. And okay, so I got 3 mana, so I'm just going to kind of show an example of shooting. So shooting's just done with click, hold, drag, and you can see like there's like a power, and I only show like a certain amount of that you can shoot. But it does show the size, so you'll see that it matches, the circle does match my size. We have 3 size types. We have a light, a medium, and a heavy unit, and they all go different lengths on the board. Like the light unit can go the full like height, medium can go about 2/3, and the big fatties go about half. So I can shoot this unit, it's gonna bank. So most units, unless they have this ability called knockback, you're not going to push this unit. It's just gonna be kind of like a peg that you hit, and then you bounce off of, and it calculates the momentum and stuff on the server and sends it back to you. If I had knockback, then it would be like pool balls where I'm just kind of like knocking everything, and they're going wild, which is kind of cool. Because he had disguise, we don't exchange any damage, and I'm just gonna kind of throw out my own turtle totem, I guess, and then end my turn. The average game time, by the way, is like 5 to 15 minutes on this, so I'm just kind of like going super slow explaining this. So I'm going to shoot on the other screen here, and I'm going to hit my unit. So one of the things you noticed is, I know this is local right now, so it's kind of hard to be like, it's super smooth. But I use like an interpolation technique. So it is pretty, like that smoothness that you saw right there, where it was just like kind of buttery smooth. That's like that for people online as well. I play with people from Japan, Sweden, the UK, Germany, and we play on a North American server, and we're like completely fine. Now that has to do with a lot of that I don't have too many players in the server, so even if you are in Germany and stuff, your ping is pretty low. So I imagine as players ramp up and stuff, you might have to split into your traditional North American and EU servers. But while we don't have as many players and stuff, then we're completely fine and everything works as intended. Well, which is super handy. Okay, so end my turn. We're on turn 4. So I can draw a card at any time as well. We get a nice card here. And now we have 2 mana now, so that was kind of a waste. So we'll put down the bird totem. So all the totems kind of have a radius, and they kind of do like their own effect. So the turtle totem kind of like heals at the end of the turn. The bird totem kind of steps you up in terms of your class, your weight class. So like the medium can kind of shoot the full board, and the heavy can shoot. Actually, the heavy can shoot the full board. So basically, if you have one of these guys down, you have a big fatty, you can like shoot the full board. It's pretty cool. I can't really do anything. So we'll end the turn there. Oh, can't do that shot. place down some units. I'll place down. So this. So you notice that I can't shoot right away when I have a unit out. There is an ability called Charge, which allows you to shoot right away, which is kind of cool. So I'll kind of show an example. So if I had this guy out and he has Charge, if I kill this unit, he only returns 1 damage, which is the half. So I'm actually going to survive that trade. So if I can bank it, I can actually hit these 2 guys in one go. Well, let's try it. Oh yeah, we're going to miss. You know, when you do a live demo, you're going to miss. But yeah, there was potential that I could hit both, right? And the idea is to hit this Nexus in the top for 10 damage over time to win the game. And I think that's kind of the gist of it. We don't have any spells out right now, which kind of suck. But we'll see. Oh, I should end my turn here. Okay, so this is an example. I'm going to cast a spell onto my character there, and it has some VFX and some audio and stuff that plays for everybody, which is kind of cool. And put out a unit. So this unit has a quick guard, which they kind of swap places. It's kind of like a body blocker. So if you have like this like super light unit, you can put the super light unit and kind of bait it out here, and then when I go to shoot at it, they'll swap places and they take the damage. Kind of cool. They also have the knockback, which is like the pool ball effect that I was saying before, which is cool. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just gonna kind of surrender here. We can kind of continue and actually work on some Crasher stuff. Like I was saying before, the event's currently running right now. If you go check out the Steam page, if you haven't already, make sure you give it a wish list down in the description down below. And then there's also actually a new request access button for anybody wanting to try the game out itself. Oh, great. My Discord server keeps getting all these bots now. It's rather funny. You can get out of here. Give them the boot. Alright, cool. So, let's see. I'm just going to drag this over back onto this screen here. So today, I'm going to fix some server crash stuff. And then we'll kind of go from there and decide what features that we want to do. Might be the in-game Crasher card information, which probably is needed. Just grab a drink there. This, by the way, is only like a test stream, so I'm probably only going to be streaming for like just over an hour. And then this will be uploaded onto YouTube right after for you guys to check out if you had to come and go. Okay, cool. So let's cancel out of there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is we got a server crash. I might as well just bring this over here. So we got a server crash for one of the connections not available. So this guy, oh, you want to come say hi? Alright, you can come say hi. Alright. By the way, this is Marley. She is in my thumbnails a lot. Or going to be, at least. Buddy. She wanted to come say hi to everybody. Do you want to come say hi? You don't even know who you're talking to. We'll put her down. All right, so this is like straight from Heroku as well. So we're going to go to game lobby 1205. This has a lot of code, and I need to. A lot of stuff too is like I put a lot of things in, and then it's like, yeah, we should break this out more. So like in the tutorials, those are like the finished versions after I've broken things out. But when you're like working, trying to get all your features in, you're probably gonna be like me, where you got what is this? This thing is 1600, almost 1700 lines of code. Just this game lobby file. It's pretty crazy. And that doesn't include any physics. The physics is like its own thing. The whole physics system. All this thing does is just like physics system.run, and then it has some events that it fires back out to the game lobby. Okay, so 1205, it's saying that cannot read property game field tokens of undefined. So player is undefined in our case. Where's 1205? Okay, so connection.player is undefined. So probably the connection that got passed in here was undefined. That's a lot of the time what happens is that the connection is not available. It is kind of weird that this ran. I'm guessing because this was undefined that it's not an instance of Nexus, which is why it kept moving. The quickest way to do this here is just to do this guy. So this is like, for my abilities, it kind of have different states, and this is the on collision of other state. So I mean, you want this stuff to run, but I also don't want the app to crash. So the idea that I did this here is the only way that ever gets into this state is if something really went wrong, like, and the game is somehow still playing when it shouldn't be playing. And in that case, then there's actually like somewhere else that needs to be fixed, and this isn't actually causing the issue in this case. So this should be fine. And that majority of the time is what the issue is. So I'm just actually gonna chop this up as done. What's this guy here? It'd be funny if this was the same thing. It's very close. 296. It might not be 296 anymore. This was from an old build, but let's see if that is 296. If you guys have any questions on any of the systems inside Crashers tutorials or whatever, just let me know. Be happy to explain them. Oh yeah, okay. So this is alright, let's read the context. So it's current health is equal to cPlayer.getHealth. Ooh, maybe this got deleted. It might not even be here anymore. Game lobby 296. We're on 290. Oh, 296 down here. Oh, I don't even think this is here anymore. Oh no, it's right there. 305. There we go. cPlayer Nexus get health. Player's undefined because the connection is undefined as well. I really should overview the system actually, where when you go to check a connection in general, it kind of just has like some sort of error handling there, because a lot of the time something crashes, it has to do with something wonky happened and the connection no longer exists. Other than that, it tends to work fine. Just because like the game lobby is like, it's created from the server, so you're connected to the server, but like when you swap it, sometimes it's like you left queue really fast or something, and so you're getting taken out of the game lobby, and then the thing's like, well, I need this player, and it's like, well, that doesn't exist there anymore because they're no longer in the lobby. Cool. So this is gonna break, and then what happens when it breaks? It just ends. So I actually can just probably just like return, or I can just break it there as well. Alright, so a C is defined, then we can do this. Beautiful. So that should be good. If C is not equal undefined, then it'll be available. You'll have the rest of the stuff. Because like this like C.player and stuff, this is like created way at the start when they connect, so it's like it's guaranteed to be there. It's always C. It's always the connection. It's not. All right, so that should be good there. That was started, checkmarked. That okay, cool. Disguise hitting plague changes team. Smashing into your own plague doctor causes you to get plague. This might be better if I actually have this going, because if I have the card information better, then it'll actually tell me if my own guy has plague, and it might be easier to debug. So yeah, let's work on that guy. Click again to stop. Okay, so it already says we're working on it. So the idea for this is, let me go back into my sample deck. Let's put a couple plague doctors in here. So I just have like this thing so I can test abilities and stuff. The only thing I don't do is I have to like, I should add some way to like manual override. So I have a card library that has all the cards. Traditionally, I'm still making the switch to this. All this information is in the database, but like right now, like these stats are set from here, but they really should be pulled from the database, and then that way you just have to update the backend. But right now I update like 3 places because I'm still in transition. But yeah, so like if I wanted to make the mana cost for the Plague Doctor free or whatever, I could do that here. But we'll leave it at 3 for now. Okay. We'll start up the game here. Actually, I am going to move this guy back over here. Okay. Going to casual. It doesn't matter what deck we're going to have. It's going to get overridden. Momo, come here. Here, Momo. Cool. I'm going to skip my turn because I don't have enough mana. Okay. So the idea here is this hover screen that's in the right hand side, and the idea is that it only shows for units that have abilities, and it only shows their abilities right now. So what I want to do is I want to update it with just like general information about the card. So it should have like its name. It should have its stats as well, like the current stats, I think. So let's write this down. So it should show region. Sure, I guess that works. Name, current stats, attributes. So so I have a system called attributes. It's like an internal name, I guess. But that's like what the Plague works with. So if you're attaching like things like a barrier or something that's very temporary to the player, they're an attribute that goes on them, or that's just what I've called it. But I don't ever show you that. So like the Plague Doctor, for example, if I go back, the way the Plague Doctor works is it inflicts any hit target, causing them to die on the end of its next turn. So when that happens, You have no visual way. Like if you were not watching the board at all, you have no clue if you got hit by plague and your thing's gonna die at the end of your turn. You have no clue unless besides that it took 1 damage. You have no clue. So we need to show attributes. That'll help with debugging a lot of these things that are broken with the newer systems that use the attributes. So that'll be helpful, and then obviously like abilities. Cool. So the one thing I don't send the attributes over right now. So we can change that. Needs server to send this. This would need the server to send it as well, but we have it. Okay, I'll rechange it to the region for you. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, so name, current stats, attributes, abilities. That seems pretty good to me. Yeah, I don't think I need any more than that. You won't need to know the mana cost. Yeah, I think you're okay. All right, so let's do that. The region actually, this needs to be set in the scriptable object for each card. So it's set on the server right now, but it's not set here. Which will suck. All right. Beautiful. Let's start working on this. So I'm gonna stop the game here. It's going to say congratulations, your victory. Alrighty. Ability UI. So this is like I have a prefab. Let's get rid of the cards here. Where's ability? Oh, you know what's one thing I gotta fix really quick while I'm working here is where's the necro? Ghost, necro. Has the raise the dead ability, and this is a 1/1 skill. Cool. And do I have? Where did I change? No, I didn't. Okay. I only noticed it when we were playing the other day. That it was like we nerfed the skeleton. It was like a 1/2 skeleton. And I actually might just get away. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna get away with skeleton. I think I put the 1/1 because they do it similar in Hearthstone. Let's just put skeleton actually. Because then if I change their stats around again, I don't have to like worry about that too much. Okay. Welcome. Alright, so go to the ability here, go to scene. This is our nice, beautiful, all it is just text, essentially, with a top line and a description. And each card, let's just kind of open one up. That's a lot of cards. Let's not play with the base one, otherwise it'll change everybody. And let's play with hand cannon. Okay, so each card has like this card area. It's in the center here, and it adds the ability information there. So what I'm going to do is open this guy up. This guy it'll probably have like a lot. Okay, so I've been told in my videos that people can't see this when I type. So let's make sure everybody can see that. Is that big enough for everybody? I think, yeah, it looks good. That's readability wise. Okay. That's very big actually. Everybody read that. That's a little bit better for me. It's huge. You can't even see that line. But that'll be a little bit better for everybody else, I think. Then you guys can actually see and follow along. Okay, so let's make this easy. Let's close others. Hello, please upload this video to your channel so we can see it later. Dude, I got you covered. Got you covered. It's going up on the channel after I'm done. You guys will be able to replay if you came in late, skipped, or sorry, yeah, if you came in late, if you had to leave, you know, whatever. You guys will be able to check out this this stream, and I hope to do a few more as well. I used to stream a lot on Twitch, but I'm finding that yeah, no problem. I'm finding that it's just my audience is on YouTube, so why wouldn't I stream on YouTube? Makes more sense, right? So. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the series or anything, feel free to ask. I'm just working on my game Crashes of Aetheria. Steam wishlist down in the description down below. If you have not wishlisted it, you can also request access there if you would like to try out very early, pre-early access builds to help give feedback and test as well. Okay, so my dog's yelling at everybody. Okay, so this guy here, show token tooltip. So I have my code. I call them a token, but they're called a crasher in a sense. But I didn't want to go through and rename everything. So this guy instantiates the prefab into the tooltip. This is for the game, and then this one is for on the card itself. So we can hit kind of two birds with one stone, perhaps, or we can limit it. So what I mean by that is that when you have a card right now in deck building, for example, it shows the abilities of them. So this one has one. If it doesn't have one, it doesn't have a hover, and that's what I'm gonna fix. So I think when you generally hover over something, it shouldn't have all the information I'm gonna put, because it's not useful. So it's not like, it doesn't need to know its name, right? I mean, you're hovering over it. It should know the region though. I think the region should be added to both. What was the other stuff we added? Region, it doesn't need to know the current stats. Doesn't need to know the name, attributes. So basically region and abilities for both, and then this guy only on the other one. So let's figure out how we can do that. So this actually just takes in the ability scriptable. Let's have a quick and easy. So we can do it two ways. We can have two methods. I call one method one time, another method the other time. Or I can have an optional parameter as well. So I can just be like bool is game UI. Set that bad boy to false. So if it's game UI or whatever, it'll do all the rest of the stuff. So this is oh sorry, you know what? My bad. This only sets the ability. So I'm being a little dumb there. I was jumping again. Sorry. So this is just the ability. So you know what? We're gonna leave that alone. But what we need to do is when we got here. Okay, so this is for each ability. We put it in the container. Okay. And what does this guy do? This guy does for each ability as well. Okay, so this makes it a little bit easier for us actually. We can just do certain stuff outside of here before the abilities. The region will do for both. So we don't have regions for our cards yet. We do on the back end, but not the front end. So let's go through a lot of cards here. So can you actually like make a prefab variant? It would be so cool if you could make a prefab variant from a scriptable object. Oh, because look how many, there's like 42 cards. Just check this out. Look how many cards I gotta edit. There's so many of them. Okay, let's just kind of go through here, and it's gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna have to set it for each one. Unless it's something I can pass in. The idea is that in the future, these scriptable objects will be gone anyways. Everything will come from the server, which I already have set up. But I don't want to deal with that right now. So let's go through and we'll set up name, game object, token. So we need to go into the token here. We got weight type and token type. So we're gonna call one called region type. Be an enum called region type. We'll fill those out in a minute based on our server, which I believe where did I put him? I just put him over here. Where's this guy from? Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll now we at least know the regions we need to add. So we'll do none, neutral, Kingsguard, Badlands, Ghosts, Forests. Ooh, I wonder if I have multi-select on. If I have multi-select on, then it won't be actually too bad to set this. Mech. We're gonna just set this to equal to 0, so they kind of have some sort of normalization in terms of numbering to them. Cool. This is interesting. It says it's already being used. It's like, hey, I'm already being used. It's like, okay, thanks for coming. Okay, now how do we want this to display? Probably right underneath the token type. Definitely the easiest. Oh, here we go. We're gonna adjust every single one of these bad boys. Every single prefab. Ooh, I love these changes. Oh, we can make that bigger. There we go. Oh no, I gotta change it for every class. Oh, that's lame. All right. If I don't change the size, just let me know. I'll try my best to remember. So everybody can see it. Cool. So okay, please tell me If I can multi-select and edit stuff, oh, it's gonna make it so much easier. Let's see. Oh my god, I can. Okay, cool. Alright, this makes it way quicker. Because everything's just separated in folders. Can you imagine going through all 42 cards, though? And trying to do that? That'd be nuts. Mountain. So they all have their original names, except for some of the characters that are new. Obviously, I'm not going to call Plague Doctor Mountain 4. But a lot of these cards actually have names now. The neutrals always had names, which is funny. Spells don't have a region type, and totems don't have a region type. Although they could be considered neutrals, but I don't want to confuse with the wording from the Beastmaster, so they're gonna be none as well. Okay, cool. Let's save that. So that means this guy. Okay, we don't need to look at that guy, but we do need to look at this. How's that look? That looks better. Do need to look at this. There we go. That looks better. There might be an overall. If there's, I'll try and find for the next stream like this overall setting. I can just be like zoom in, so you guys can see that because it'll be much easier. What do we got here? All right, cool. So this is like I was saying before. So we have the card UI version, which sets up the tooltip when you hover over a card. That happens in a lot of things. The changelog, the deck builder, in-game, just in general. And the way we set that up is that it's going to show the region and the abilities. So let's just do that. So we'll say abilities. Region. So the region is just like a single thing, and we should probably make a prefab for it. So it's similar to this, and it's much more manageable and editable. So let's go into our prefabs. Let this bad boy go through all 42. There we go. Alright, so let's go into Mech 3, or Mech 2. I like Mech 2. Let's go into Mech 2. Turn on card information. And let's give it just like a blank ability for now. We'll kind of do 2. So imagine this thing had 2 abilities, essentially. What we're going to do is... Ooh, I wonder, I actually should make like this gray thing for it. Maybe I'll do that later. Let's go here and create empty. Beautiful. Alright, so this is gonna be, should really name you, I should rename that ability to be something like tooltip / ability. So we'll call this tooltip / region - region. Okay, so these guys have vertical layouts. I'm only gonna do 1 line, so I mean it doesn't matter that much. What is this image? Why does it have a mask? That's so weird. Oh, you know, I probably did that a long time ago, so it got blocked somewhere. Well, I had a mask, but I probably don't need a mask on it. But that's interesting that it has a mask. So we're gonna need some sort of UI script for this. let's see if we can make a general one that applies to single offs that I can reuse multiple times. So the name is a good example of that. The stats are gonna probably be its own thing, but the attributes can probably do that as well. Like I can just be like boom, 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 or have them like in a grid or something. Probably in a list. Those are much easier because you don't know based on like the width of the word and stuff. So let's make a generic one-liner UI thing for it. Let's open this guy back up. Alright, so we got UI elements, and then inside there we'll do class here. So we call that ability UI. We'll call this tooltip. Single line UI. Beautiful. All right. Let's do a mono behavior. And let's make sure, is it the same namespace, same namespace? We're good to go. Let's try and keep the same. We should try and keep the same syntax. Baby. Can't really be the same function because they're going to require different stuff. We'll call it just set line then. Or set tooltip. Yeah, set single line. This is most likely just going to be text, so let's bring that guy in. This tooltip will have, this will be Text Mesh Pro. This will be text viewer. Okay, and we'll set the text in the text field to the text there. Should be good to go. Let's go back to here. Let's edit our prefab. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so let's go in here and we'll say tooltip single line UI, and it's going to need Text Mesh Pro text. And I imagine a lot of these, like, what is the top? The top line probably has, well, it has preferred height. All right, let's do something similar. Paste as new. Beautiful. This guy is going to be. We can basically make it the whole box here. Yeah, there we go. Let's do auto size. What was the max for these guys? Like 24 and 20? Now I do like this small caps thing. This small caps thing is so cool. We're not using Liberation font. We're actually using Consolus. And are we using Consolus no text? Consolus no mask. So we'll have to make sure we use that same one there. So the reason behind the no mask is like a lot of these stuff is inside like scroll views, and I want it to sit on top without doing like very janky stuff. So I just created a version of the shader that basically removed all the Unity stenciling. Okay, so we'll want centered. I think like I'll probably put this in like its own box and stuff maybe later, but oh, that's bad. Okay, so we'll do like region. How do they typically do it in card games? Let's see here. So many references. They do it. Oh, they just kind of do it as like it's like its own like little area. Okay, we don't really have that luxury, sadly. Don't have that luxury. Okay. Maybe we could have some sort of icon like the other one, or we have two icons on each side, and then that way you know it's like these are the regions. You know what I mean? Like two like arrows or something pointing. We'll leave it for now. White is okay. Let's see. We also have this this like yellow. Oh, I kind of like the regular yellow because it's different like than the titles, and it's just meant to be like this like smaller text anyways. What's it at? It's at 22 right now. Let's see. I like the smaller text too. Like it's just supposed to be like super minimal. Yeah. Okay, so we have this guy now, so we're gonna bring him over to. Let's create a new folder because we're actually gonna get a couple of these going. So that's just left out by itself, right? Yeah. Let's go in here. We'll call it tooltip because I always don't know where that ability one is. I always go to edit it and I have no clue. So we're gonna do that. We're also gonna rename this bad boy here to tooltip dash ability. And I spelled ability wrong. I will correct that. Beautiful. Okay, so this guy doesn't need, obviously, this stuff. And it's built at runtime. And now we have the tooltip ability here. And because I made it inside of an element that sits in front of inside the canvas, it's going to give us this canvas environment, which is super awesome for editing. No, okay, oh, that scared me. I saw tooltip. I clicked on it. I was like, oh, where's my one-liner? I messed up. And it's because I renamed that bad boy. Alright, so this thing gets like, this thing's very similar. Like, it doesn't know what its sizing is, which is why it's messed up and why it shouldn't have any text inside of it in the first place. But what I needed to do was I needed to link this guy because I didn't do that before. Alright, so it's gonna set some stuff when it goes inside. That's good. Alrighty, so where does this card UI card UI, oh, does this sit on every single card? It totally does. Alright. There's card UI. Okay, so card UI needs for the tooltip. This is why we make prefab variants, because it's going to make super easy updating of these prefabs. So we're going to have this new card region prefab. It's going to use the same information container, which is good. We'll save that. So I'm in my base card right now. So you'll see certain things aren't hooked up because they're hooked up for every card, and you're also going to see this thing run once I go and throw this. this prefab in there. All right, so let's make sure we got the right one. All right, region. All right, here we go. Watch this. Just runs through all the prefabs. They're all updated. So now if I go into like, I don't know, Mech 2 or whatever, Mech 2 you'll see has region because it's a prefab variant. It's beautiful. Use them if you don't. It's an awesome tool too. All right, so we can now use this guy here in the same sense we used here. So, ooh, the scope's gonna, we'll have to use something different than game object go. Ew, what are you doing? No, instantiate. Alright, so this is going to be the card region prefab into the card information container. Goes into G. We're going to grab a tooltip from it. Sure, we can keep the full name. This is guaranteed to have that component for us. Grab that guy, and for in a lot of cases too, like, so like I do this two-step, this line, like this 2 steps where I set it, then I set the function. In theory, you could chain it, right? You could say like go.get component and then dot set ability, but I do this because sometimes I'll go add more functions. I might go add other things, properties and stuff that I've set up. So it's just much easier, like in the long run, to add more functionality. Tooltip dot set single line, and this is going to be card data dot token dot region. And I don't have a way to convert that to a string, and if I convert this to a string, I'm gonna get underscores. But what we could do, and you guys can't even see this, so I'm gonna make that bigger. What we could do is we could do basically we've separated every word already based on this, so we could do a find and replace, or like a replace through the string. Let's see how stupid that looks. Let's grab this .toString, and then let's do a replace. Old character will be the underscore with new character, which is the space. Cool. You don't need this many spaces below. All right. Let's see how bad we messed up here, guys. Anybody popping in and out, by the way, where this video will be uploaded after I'm done. So you guys will be able to go back and check that out in case you missed it. Anybody watching for the first time as a replay, also welcome. Thank you for checking it out. If you have any questions, just leave comments down below. If you have not wishlist Crashes of Aetheria, check the description, click the Steam link, please wishlist. It really helps the algorithms. Your GPU. I have a 2070 Super. So I have like the RTX and yeah, that sort of stuff. I got that in April. Used to have a 960 inside my rig. I got a lot of frames in League of Legends doing it. Just joking. Honestly, all it did was make it so I could play Call of Duty better. You make the art yourself. So I do all basically the implementation, the programming. I split the design, and I do like all the managing and marketing and all that stuff. My buddy that works with me, He does the art. If you guys are interested in checking his stuff out, I can grab a link. If you guys actually check out the playlist for the Crashers devlogs, I actually have been including his videos, which are art videos for the game. So if you're interested in how the art's made, the background of the art, and that sort of stuff, you can check out his videos there, and to his channel as well. And then maybe in the future I'll add some hot links and stuff I can fire into through the bots and stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in the art, it is made by my buddy. Now that being said, so I do a lot. Let's see. So I do a lot of the UI as well. So we've been like, he does like this hand done style in Photoshop, and I was able to like kind of mimic that style. You can see here's the replication here. Inside I'm just doing a vector, so I'll be doing a lot of like UI stuff as well. But he does like the character art and all that jazz. And then I kind of just like, I do a lot of the designs and I just kind of tell him exactly what I need. That is hilarious. This, whatever this is hilarious. I love it. No, why did I leave that? Badlands. You don't even show because you don't appear, so we gotta fix that real quick. Forest. Why are you pre-selected? That's hilarious. She's pre-selected for some reason. Hello, I'm new. What's going on? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming out. I don't know how YouTube's discoverability works, but thank you for finding the stream. If you're going to check out my series, or if you're interested in any of the networking or anything on how the kind of games kind of overall you made, I check out my multiplayer with Node.js series. There's a ton of parts there. Check out the Steam link down below in the description. Click that wish list. You can also request the play in there now. I got that feature set up. So if you guys are interested in help testing, before we get to early access or whatever, like right now we're testing like an event pass. You're actually looking for networking. Perfect. So my networking's slightly different than a Little People. Just a little jazz background on myself. So I used to do a lot of UNet, Photon, that sort of stuff for different professional projects for a while. When UNet started getting deprecated, I went and looked for different solutions. So there's ones like Mir and a couple other that are very similar to UNet, but I wanted something that was like more controllable. So I really liked like the low stuff. No, so it's using Node.js. I use Node.js for my series, as well as this game. This game uses Node.js. Thank you. I deserve a subscribe. Yeah, man. I'm curious. Like, did you find the stream actually searching? I'm actually curious to how the YouTube searching works for streams, because I actually have no clue. I was just like, I'm gonna stream and then maybe some subscribers will come out and hang out. Oh, what were we gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to check Ghosts, Mech, Mountain. None. Okay, so if they're done, we don't want to show this thing as well. Did it with the bell. Oh, thanks, man. I was just looking for Unity Programming Live. Oh, so you just like searched in like the search bar, Unity Programming Live? And then it would have got picked up by my description tag. I think I have tags for Unity and stuff. That's awesome. Well, welcome. We have a Discord as well in the description if you're interested in following. I found you on my homepage. Dude, that's even better. Yo, this is awesome. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, welcome. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube, for doing your job. You were the third guy. The other one was playing Assassin's. So he wasn't even like, oh, he was playing Assassin's Creed Unity. Maybe he was like, Assassin's Creed has like the game called Unity. That's kind of funny. I've never been a big guy on searching for live stuff on YouTube, but I used to do a lot of Twitch before I switched over to YouTube like 2 years ago, and I don't know, I like YouTube a lot better. And so like when I decided to like restart streaming and this, like my biggest thing was like the VODs and stuff on Twitch they don't work that well. Yeah. Like I normally watch on Twitch, but I don't like the VODs. And so I've seen a lot of people come and go, like even today. And so even today when they've came and gone, like they've said that they want to watch the video when it's done. And it's like, okay, well, like it'll get uploaded like a regular video and people will enjoy that. 10 likes. Thanks, man. On this video. Hopefully we get more in general. Alright, so if they don't have a region, let's not put this. So the first thing we're gonna do, okay, so so if this is not equal null, I just looked at some of your clickbaits, they're nice. Dude, they're not clickbait. They're called new thumbnails, man. Unless the dog is clickbait, I'll give you that. The dog's pretty clickbait. I'll give you the dog's clickbait, man. I don't know where she is. Oh, here she is. I'll go get her for you. There you go. Say hi, Marley. Like all my new thumbnails have like my thumbnail that you would have saw for the live. Oh yeah, she's getting glitched out by the NVIDIA broadcast. Yeah. I have a boy one as well, but he's a little farther away to grab, so I didn't do that. Okay, so in order to show the tooltip here, we need to actually move this outside. And where is the tooltip actually get turned on? Oh, this is just building the tooltip. Okay. Alright, let's put this outside. So we'll call this tool. I guess it's nice to have a friend while programming. Kind of jealous. I got two dog friends, I guess. Okay, so tooltips we can actually just let's comment this out for now. I think like we're just gonna have them work in general. Comment this guy out, and I think we actually are pretty golden. But yeah, welcome to the channel. Check out the multiplayer series. I know some people I've been having to do like little comments that stuck at the top for people that start doing the series and they automatically get put into Socket IO3. Which kind of sucks, and the library I use doesn't work too well with it, or it doesn't work at all. So I've been putting a lot of notes there to get people going. It seems to be working for a lot of people. So yeah, let me know how you like the series. They're pretty long, but they're in depth, and I go over a lot of stuff, and they cover a lot of stuff if you're new to networking, and hopefully kind of get you going. We do a little bit different. It's not like I don't do my card game for the series. It's like this tank game, but I use the same concepts in order to basically. I actually started with part part 7 or part 8. Whenever I do the game lobbies and I do the reconstruction, I actually just started that with as the base for this game. I was just like, I got it up and going. I had this game up and running, like with the server and stuff from that. I think it's part 8, the part 8 base in like a weekend. Like I was like, it is pretty cool. All right, Badlands, cheap shots. All right, so Badlands. How much people are working on this project? So it's just me, and then one guy does the art, but he just does the art to the point where he just kind of like saves it into the folder and commits it, and then I have to do all the integration in Unity and stuff. So yeah, it's just me and my art buddy. Dun, 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 dun. So this is gonna look weird. Oh yeah, thanks man. Yeah, we've been working on it since April. That makes it even worse for most people. Yeah, I've been working on this concept since basically COVID started. And I work full time, so it's not even like I do it full time either. I just like, there's nothing else to do. Like after you're done work, so you might as well just work on games. We're running like this in-game event right now, so if you want to test out, if you want to do like the request access on Steam links in the description. We're running an event right now to showcase some skins, some new cards, that sort of stuff. And yeah, we've just been gathering on Discord, and we have a couple Discord channels just for Crashers, and we've been organizing games there. We play with people all over the globe, so I have people in Japan, Sweden, the UK, Germany, and then all over North America as well, that all come out and play, which is kind of cool. And yeah, okay, so I will probably want like the rarity. Like I think I need the text region above it, actually. Hey, I like the series, but like you say, there's some bugs with component, especially at floats. What's going on, Benders? Are you having an issue where like, all right, so most commonly people have issues with like floats and stuff where like the client will say the client was sending 2.5 and go to the server, and then the server doesn't say it's 2.5. It might say it's like 2 million, like 25 million or something, or like 2.5 million. Is that something you're getting? Like something like that? If that's the issue, that has to do with the culture of the numbers. So in countries like Brazil and Japan, a lot of these countries I named that are playing my game is actually funny because that's like a lot where I discovered this issue. So like Germany, Sweden, I think France is like that. Like any number that basically, if I was, yeah, when I send a float, yeah, so like, here, I'll just write it here. So like from the client, you send like 2.5, and then the server will be like, I don't know, like that or something. I forget. And so if you're seeing this, you probably live in a country where your numbers are represented. So if I was, let's say I was writing 2.5, in some countries it's written like this, right? And that in North America is used to like separate, like if I did this, that means 2000, not the number 2. So if you're in a country where you use the comma instead of the decimal, then you're going to run into culture issues. And so there are ways around that. I use it for Crashers. I actually have a really in-depth guide on my Discord for all the changes. Basically, you have to do a client-side change, and then you also have to do like server-side changes as well. After you have that, then you don't have to worry about your numbers anymore. I can just send 2.5. I just send 2.5, and like the client formats it based on your computer, and then we're good to go, and the server will do that on the way back for you. So that's something you're having. I think people have in like part 3 or 4, maybe. Whenever we first started setting numbers and positions, join the Discord, and in the One Help channel, there's like this super in-depth guide on it in the pins. And I think I talk about it too, actually, as a posted comment. So if that's something that you're having an issue with vendors, feel free to check it out. How much time are you in game development since you know so much stuff? Okay. So I build I build games for kids for a company. Is my day job. I work a lot more on like UI, backend, and systems and stuff. So I don't do like gameplay stuff. And then when I'm done work, like I'll work on Crashers, and that's when I get to work on gameplay stuff. So I'm doing a lot of game dev stuff. I've been doing it professionally for like 5 years for working for different companies, different like uni development stuff. So that's mainly where my knowledge is from, and I'm very curious. I always like learning, so like networking was always something I always like multiplayer games, so I just like went and learned and researched and just watched a lot and read a lot to get there. Thank you. I was curious what the problem is now. I get awesome. So yeah, if you can get that fixed, once you have that fixed, like it's super good. And I don't like know all the steps. That's why I say join the Discord and check that thing, because it has all the steps. And I don't want to like mention them on here and then miss one. But yeah, you can see here like look, like I'm sending positions all the time, and I don't have to do anything funky. The biggest one was like in the start here, you had to set the culture inside of Unity. That was a client one. That might be the only one in client actually you have to do. I know I don't use that. In the tutorial, I use like a toString, and then I have like this like function to like split the string out. And you don't have to do that actually if you just use .str. It takes away the quotes. I have a thing called like remove quotes, and if you are using that, you can just use .str. And I wish I did that when I first started filming the tutorials, because I was like, oh man, this makes it so much easier. Yeah, I think this is the only culture thing on the client. On the server, it has a bit more to it. Let's see here. The server does actually like have like this thing to format. Let's see. Not lobby. Let's go to game lobby. Yeah, you can use it, or you can use .str. Like once I figured that out, I was so far in the series that I was just like, I'll just leave it. Yeah. So on the server, there's some other stuff, but basically I have this like format number function, which if I do the search here for it, you have to make this like prototype JS for it, and all it's going to do is it's going to convert it. And I use I just want to keep everything standard, so I use the US. Like I'm not even from the US. I just use the US standard, which is why on the client in here you both see US with the style of being decimal. And then just anytime you send a number, you just call, because this is a prototype, I can just, as long as you import the prototype, which I actually just do once. So like if you look at my imports here, I don't actually import it here. I actually import it the one time inside of my index here. Where is it? Prototypes. So all I do is bring it in. Like I don't even use it. So all you have to do is just call this one thing to load it. It goes in here, and you see I have this version of array, so I can do a shuffle. And then I have this one for the number to format a number. And then what that does is it just unlocks the function for you to use at any time. And whenever you send a number that's like a decimal and stuff, and I tend to do it just on any time I send a number, you just I wrap it into a number. You could probably just do like position.x.format number, but I just like, for safety, I like to put it into a number and then format. And you just do that every time, and you're good to go. But like I said, the Discord has all the steps there, in case I did miss a couple that I was doing the little brief overview. That happens for a lot of people. It just happens whatever region you're in if you guys do the comma. Have you ever tried making an FPS? No, I play a lot of FPS games, so I don't know how I haven't got to that. I guess it's like, to me it's like a flooded market, so I don't like. To me, I don't have anything new to add, right? Like, Crashers of Aetheria is like this card game mixed with like more skill to it. So I just didn't have anything to add, and I guess if I had something to add, I've wanted to do top-down shooters, but not an F. I haven't actually just like been like, I'm gonna try and do an FPS, and I think it has to do with like I expect so much stuff with like the gun wobbling and recoil and stuff that I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. But yeah, and like the hardest thing you're gonna have when you do the FPS is you can't use Unity physics. So in the tutorials, I'll use a little bit of Unity physics to kind of show you some stuff. But the idea is that the server does all the heavy lifting, and your client should be quote unquote super dumb. And it should only be given kind of like information. So your client handles input for things it controls, and then it sends it to the server. The server is a master, and it does everything, and then sends like the game state and everything else to everybody else. So my general rule of thumb for everything is that if somebody is able to hack your client and change something, does it affect another player? If it affects another player, it has to go to the server. No questions asked. That's the best way to describe it. So, physics, because you can't use Unity physics, which kind of sucks, you kind of have to build your own. Now, depending on your game, you can get away with a lot of things. Let's take League of Legends, for example. It's an awesome 3D game that uses 2D physics. And you know it uses 2D physics based on, if you know the characters at all, there's one called Tristana. Or there's actually a couple, and she does like this jump. But the way the jump is actually done on the server, it's done as a slide. So that way, like your mid jump, if you get like bind and you get brought down, like that's the reason why, is because like the physics, everything is just on like an X and Y plane for their physics, and that's why there's no jump or anything. So depending on your game, you can get away with a lot of 2D physics a lot of the time. Top-down shooters, like that sort of stuff, it's all 2D physics. And if you do that, then it's much easier. But physics in general, like most of the equations, you can just add another dimension and you're pretty good. Yeah, come hang out in the Discord. Make sure you wishlist Crashers of Aetheria in the description. Hey, what's going on, Patrick? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, here, I'll just kind of show you the physics thing. So in the game lobby kind of controls like the logic. If you've watched the series past part 8, and inside there, the one thing I don't cover is this game has a physics system. So let me load this bad boy up here, because I don't think I've actually played this thing, like played it in the last little bit. So Crashers has a physics system. So it's going to shoot, it's going to bounce, and it's going to go. So all the client is doing, if I go back in, all the client doing is it's telling me what direction they're shooting and what power they're shooting at. And there's like a cap to the power as well, so both the client and the server make sure you're not trying to like jerry rig that sort of thing. But like basically at this point, as soon as I let go, this is all done by the server. And so the server uses my physics system that I built. My game, your game, they're all going to vary based on what they need in terms of physics. So you have to pick and choose. There's also Node.js libraries for like 2D physics systems. There's probably ones for 3D as well, if that's what you're into. Like I was just mentioning, a lot of times you can get away with 2D physics. So this is like simple like pool ball-ish physics. So the idea is like everything's kind of circles or they're capsules, and they can kind of bounce off each other with momentum. And then I added like the static property to it. So like if you hit two crashers against each other, you don't actually bounce the other crasher, you just bounce off of it. So I did modify it a bit. But essentially this runs on like a tick update. And it just does like a lot of like velocity and acceleration, and it's just kind of running like its own like little simulation, because all it cares about is that a crasher is a circle and how big is it. Like I don't care past that point. So this thing just handles different types of collisioning, and and offsetting them so like when they collide, they get put out and stuff. Yeah, and that thing just runs and it has different events for when things hit to each other. So this will get fired into the game lobby, and then it'll be like, oh, these two guys hit, let's do damage, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I actually don't even remember where we were at before. We were chatting. Oh yeah, so I started adding the region here. I don't like that it just says the word actually. I actually want it to say region in a smaller font, and I'm going to fix that little guy from doing that. Where is Ghost? Ghost, Necro. So Necro is not a prefab variant because it has some weird stuff to it that had to change. So where's the selection? Oh, this guy. Is it actually white? I thought it was supposed to be... Should be purple. Yeah. I hope it hasn't been white this whole time. It's supposed to be purple. There we go. Maybe it's just like being weird. Huh. Yeah, alright, let's chalk it up as being weird. Hopefully it doesn't show now. Oh, you know what, maybe... Doesn't have a region? Is it just like... Alright, that one's just gonna be... It's because I commented some stuff out. So... Let's close this back up. So what we're doing is we're adding in the tooltip area, we're adding this single line tooltip for the card. And the way the card currently worked is it wouldn't really show you the tooltip unless they had abilities. So, yo, what's going on, Calvin? All right, so where's the guy I was asking about the art, buddy? All right, if you are still here, Sakasita, you guys can click on Calvin's name and give his channel a follow if you're interested in any of the Crashers art. What's going on, Calvin? Thanks for coming out, man. Yeah, the Mac resolution. All right, I just saw your message. Yeah. I think this guy can be back here. That might fix it. I'll have to look at it more in depth. I like how when I originally started... What is this doing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I need the end symbol. I like that when I originally started, I was like, I'm gonna stream for an hour and a half. And now it's been like... Well, I guess it's been an hour and 40 minutes now. I just don't want the video to be too long. You know what I mean? I probably have to put timestamps in the thing too. Ooh. Thanks for the shout out. What's the delay time like that, Calvin? I just responded to you. What was the delay like? Is it pretty quick? Because I was playing, like, YouTube has 3 modes. YouTube has like normal delay, low latency, and ultra low, and I want to know what the difference between ultra low latency is. Because I want to know if like I should be doing ultra low, or if low latency is like a second and a half or not, like it was on Twitch. Yo, it doesn't have a region. You missed it, Kelvin. We are bug fixing. We are fixing some server bugs. And then now we're doing the in-game crasher information update, but I'm trying to do that also includes the regular on hover, so I have to kind of pick and choose what gets put into both and what gets put into one. And the region was one of them. Where's Necro? So Necro is part of the region type Ghost. But it doesn't... oh, you know why? Okay, I know what it is. Okay. So Necro's special. So Necro doesn't have this prefab. It's about 10 to 15 seconds. Alright, I get to go ultra low next time, guys. Apologies. We'll go super low latency. We'll get that thing rocking. Okay. This should be okay now. I think that's probably why it was bugging out. Does that. It probably was like, I'm broken. Yeah, it's not broken anymore. Alright, so we got Ghosts, Raise the Dead. Adds a skeleton to your hand. When a friendly crasher dies, max 4 skeletons in your hand at once. Ghosts. I'm gonna put the word region above it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this gets added here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna like let's put our string into a thing here. So we'll call it region name. It's gonna be equal to this guy here because it's kind of like its own like line of logic. Nice stuff. The play session yesterday was awesome. Everyone on our side had a great time. Yeah, man. If you give me a minute and you have time for a game, I think most people would love to watch like an actual match go down. If you have time. Alright, I think this is the formatting. So this should be region. I think this is 60%. Let's see. Let's see how bad I butchered that formatting. I have so many tweets. I haven't even looked at Twitter. Has it been popping off? You're free at the moment? Yeah, you just give me a second and then like I'll help you out. You have a Mac? No, this dude, okay, this is the developer account. I have a full maxed out pass. I got full maxed out pass yesterday, man. I played too many games. Oh my god, look how small it is. I also have to reduce the line spacing. But I'm gonna put it at 80%, I think. I also might make it white. Or, yeah, I'll make it white. I do like that it is there. The line spacing is terrible. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that in a bit, or later. Let's play a match. Yeah, you guys definitely, that's the wrong thing. Let me sign into my Steam offline here. Beautiful. Where's my Steam key here to log in? Alrighty. I don't care about you. Alright, so for any of you checking in, have never checked out before, make sure you go in the description down below, check out our Steam page. It is beautiful. It actually now has, let's see, it has this beautiful add to your wish list button that you guys need to click. And it also has a sweet request access. So if you guys are interested in trying out the holiday event, the game in general, giving awesome feedback, click that bad boy. Alrighty. I'm not going to have the music, but you guys should have the music on because it is beautiful. Oh, it is playing the music. Alright, you know what? We'll listen to the music because it is gorgeous. Do, 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 do. And Calvin, if you want to shout out your buddy, Calvin's buddy does the music for us. So I have a fully maxed out cool pass here, so I got both the cool hand cannon as well as Beastmaster. We got a couple more people logging on. Perfect. I hope they don't log into a game without me. Oh, don't queue up. Don't queue up inside my place. I'll be very sad if you guys were playing against each other. Alrighty, so I have the blessing. It's gonna give me 1 extra mana, which is pretty handy. We're gonna send that card back. This build isn't like the one before, so it actually says out of 5. Oh, maybe I should have. Let's see. I'm actually gonna turn this down a bit for you guys. It's a little. The game audio is a little loud. I apologize. Oh, you have. Okay, let's see what you got there. It's kind of a mean move. Like, I see you definitely saw that I had a MAPE, and you're just being rude. The game currently works on PC and Steam as well as Android, so it's fully cross-platform. Most likely will come to Apple as well, just I'm too lazy to redo my Apple subscription. Oh, I was trying to. Yeah, Martin McKinney does the music for Crashers. He's done an amazing job on the intro song here. And he got some more on the way as well. Do, 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 do. Alright, I missed the shot, so I had to take him out. So this is using the same technology as my multiplayer with Node.js series, so make sure you guys go check that out. The only difference is that I have my own custom-built physics system on the server. But if you guys are super interested in that, I can show you how to do that as well. And yeah, we're looking for players to ramp up our server, so if you guys are interested, giving it a try for either 3 of those platforms. The Steam one, you just request access through the button. For Android, you'll have to join the Discord and go through the request channel as well, because I'll need access to your email to add you. Do 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 do. I found a bug. Yeah, check this out. So if I put down this guy, I'm pretty sure I don't get 2 damage. Pretty sure I just get 1. We'll see. Should we have 5? I'm pretty sure you go to 6. Oh no, okay, never mind. You go. I think if I put him down and then I put the ox totem down, that it didn't work or something. It was weird. You're kidding me! Holy shoot, Calvin! If you had an ox totem there, you actually just won the game. That's gross. I think I actually just lost. I have no way to get you off this Nexus. Showing me up on YouTube. Not even cool, man. Throws out the zombie 6-6 to end my life. Oh. So these matches are designed to be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. It really depends on how your decks are. Do 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 do. I got a really good starting hand. That's okay, man. I think I just lost. We'll see. We'll see if I can survive. Oh, we're in a tough spot here, guys. Oh my gosh. Makes it worse. So this guy has not quick guard. And basically is if his guy's in that ring, if I try to hit him, he's just gonna like go the other way. Not cool. I just tried to survive. Sometimes you gotta survive to thrive. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's kind of funny. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do here, guys. Oh, magic barrier should have blocked him. Oh no, the game's done now. Alright. Alright, we found a bug, guys. Magic barrier not working. Send me to my grave, yo. Oh, your buddy got offline. You're sorry you had to do it? It's okay, man. Let's play one more and then I'll go back. It's almost time to wrap up anyway, so maybe I'll wrap up after this match. Let you queue. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Shoot. I hope you weren't in queue. I wanted to turn down the audio. I hope I didn't break the server. No, we're good. Okay. There we go. You sorry you had to do it. I mean, I'm sorry you had to do it too, man. Do. Let's see what our cards were. Oh, he's gonna pass. He's lucky because I also have to pass. Pulls out the 1-4 on the beginning. Pulls out the 2-1. So this unit has cheap shot. So cheap shot is if I deal the final kill, if I'm gonna hit somebody, and I deal the killing blow, so they're gonna die, I don't take the retaliation half damage. So, like for example, if I shoot against the 1-1 there, I could take him out and not die, which is sweet. So he's gonna go. He's gonna takes out my Nexus hit, takes me down to 9. Puts out the Mystery Crusher. All right. So we have a cool choice here. So I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna bounce the reveal and kill. That trades them, and then now that I've revealed that unit, I can smack into him. Oh my gosh. That's so devastating. Alright, so he was in the radius for quick guard, so you can see I swapped out and actually killed myself, which is really funny. So, you know, props to Kelvin for that. That was really funny. I'm gonna take some fat damage right there, that's for sure. May have to spend more time building a deck. Normally I just build decks really fast, but we might have to build faster ones. Raw bit. Will there be extra interests in the arena other than the Nexus? Not for hitting. Like, do you mean gameplay wise? So there's totems that go down and they kind of like almost give you like Plinko pegs. They'll do AoE effects. I don't have any currently out, but they're these like things that they just kind of have health and then they have some AoE effect, like give you guys, anybody in the area, attack damage or speed up a unit or whatever. So we have those. But if you have other ideas for different interests, feel feel free to drop down. We're always interested in ideas and stuff. So yeah, so this guy here is a totem, so it doesn't ever shoot. It just has a health and it has an AoE spell to it. So anybody shooting from within side of it gets a +1. So this guy, for example, will now be 3 damage. So he's probably going to take out my Necro, yeah. The Necro's strong. You got to kill the Necro fast. So you can have 3. It says 5 here, but you can have three totems out and 5 crashers out at any one time. Once you have that, there's too many kind of things on the board, and it's a little hard. Let's see here. So, I didn't like that too much. Take that thing out. Get rid of the damage multiplier. So he probably has a trickster under there based on how far into the game we are. I wasn't watching what he placed and how much mana it costs. Yeah, there we go. So the trickster's 3/3. So you do have to watch that a little bit. I really hate that 1/4 unit. It's so freaking annoying. Yeah. No clogging up the center. Yeah, there's gonna be this hope to add more like things like that too, where like cards can create like walls or something. So the idea is that you're not just always playing up the center. Sometimes you have to play up the sides and that sort of stuff. And you get a little bit of that with like, we have 3 different weight classes, so you'll see these 2 are different visually. So this guy goes about 2/3 of the board vertically. The light units go about the full length of the board. And then there's these really big fat guys like this guy that we might get to, and he goes like really high. Alright, so we'll send that back. Yeah, and then Whirling Storm's pretty dope. Yeah, so one of the ideas was like walls, some sort of rough terrain you couldn't really pass by, stuff like that. A lot of times you have spells to kind of help you try and clear the board, similar to what I just did there. Oh, I really just don't have anything to play right now. This is terrible. If I place down my big guy, he's gonna be gone. Cause yeah, I can't kill. Oh, there we go. I get him out. Can I get him out? No, I don't have enough mana. Shoot. Oh, I messed up. Oh, okay, I got lucky. Woo! That thing had 1 health. You got lucky. I like that his hand is like hiding in the wall. Why are you? He's trying so hard. It's like he's on stream. He's gotta try so hard to beat me. He can't even lie. He's probably trying real hard right now. Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were trying really hard. Oh, it's not tutorial. Yo, what's going on, Kermit? Today we're just doing crashes stuff. But feel free if you have any questions on any of the tutorial stuff, let me know. In theory, it kind of is a tutorial because I use the same technology, so I am talking about it. So he hit me with my plague, with his plague doctor. So my 5/9's gonna die next turn. So I'm pretty like done. All right, let's try this. My poor unit. Yeah, I'm actually like, so I put a gap a little bit in my tutorial making because I've been working on a whole series. So the idea is that I'm gonna, instead of like, so the multiplayer JS is like, I released it over like 2 years and it kind of sucked because a lot of people fell off of it. But I mean, if you watch it now, it's sweet because there's like 24 videos or something, right? But this new series, I want to like finish it and then just release it day by day, and then that way you have like a ton of content. Like you have something to look forward to every day, but you get the whole series like within like 2 weeks, and it's not like you're waiting 2 years to finish out the whole series. So I'm pretty screwed. Alright. I'm not even gonna hurt you. This is terrible. Do I have glitched out skeletons? Oh my god, yes. I might be okay. No, they're not glitched out. Shit. I like how they're 5/2 units. Like, oh my god, it's so rude. You literally have my deck. I'm pretty sure you went, looked at my deck, what I was used to winning with, and literally just copied it. You literally have all the cards that you used to use. Yeah, pretty done. What? That guy's glitched out? Okay, I'm kind of mad. That's a little sad. Not gonna lie. Your 3/1 guy's glitched out, so he doesn't die. Yeah, throw him away. That's bull. Oh, hits the Mape and my guy. And then you probably have a Mape to win too, right? I'm guessing that's, yeah, there it is. The victory. Alright. That's perfect, because that puts us over the 2-hour mark anyways. That's perfect. So we'll end it there with the defeat. Yeah, so this was just like a sample to see how people liked it, streaming on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Crashes of Aetheria, Links in the description down below. Click it, wishlist. There's also a request access for the playtest button if you'd like to join in like its current state and kind of like play and help us ramp up servers and testing and stuff. And yeah, social media links in the description down below. Leave a comment what you guys thought about the live stream. I tried my best to make sure everything was zoomed in for like the little programming stuff that I did. And if this is like something that you guys want to see more of, because like I'm pretty interested in doing this like YouTube live streaming. I think it will help not only talk about like the multiplayer series, which is like the biggest one I have, but also just like how you can use it in practicality and stuff. So I think it has like a nice like cross combining there. We'll see you guys on Twitter. We have an Instagram and a Twitter now dedicated for the game. Crashers the Game on both Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description as well. Go check that out. If you guys are interested in supporting the game, I have my Patreon as well in there. You guys can go check that out too. Yeah, anyways, thanks for coming out, guys. I would love more streams. Yeah, I used to stream a lot on Twitch, so I'm totally down for doing that more. And then, like I said, I have a new series and stuff that I've been working on, and I'm gonna try and get that all finished and out the door. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it, and we'll talk to you guys next time. As always, have a good one, guys.